Hey, Shalom. First off, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. Want to give a double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone, who are starting this truth. Want to give a peace and blessings to the Akim across the four corners of the earth who teach this truth. And risk their life to do so. And I hope brothers keep pushing and keep going, Lord willing. It's going to be a quick video. Lord willing is edifying to you, Akim. Lord willing, it motivates you, Akim, to keep pushing and keep going. I'm in the book of Maccabees, and I'm reading just about, the zealous things that, the Maccabean, brothers did, that Mattathias did, the men that were with Mattathias or Mattathias. I don't know. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, but just some of the things that he did, if you just read in the book. And this man was really a man of the Lord, man. Even the Maccabean brothers, I haven't read, all throughout the Maccabees, but, even just hearing little things about them, these were men of the Lord, and they had zeal, okay, and they were serious about the law, and that translates to what we do in our captivity, in this American captivity, this Babylonian captivity, man. Right now, the men of the Lord on, not on the highways and byways now, but, still pushing out videos and still serving, each and every week, week in and week out, through the grace of Yahweh Shai. We're showing that, that same zeal now, okay, to a certain extent, okay. But I'm going to read through this, and like I said, Lord willing is motivating to you, Akim, Lord willing to help you brothers to keep pushing and keep going forward. This is First Maccabees 2:49. It says, "Now, when the time drew near for Mattathias, that Mattathias should die, he said unto his sons, Now hath pride and rebuke gotten strength in the time of destruction and in the wrath of indignation. Now therefore, my sons, be ye zealous for the law and give your lives for the covenant of your fathers." Okay, which we are doing that now to a certain degree, to a certain extent, with teaching the word and teaching to keep the law and teaching our people who the Lord really is and what's his name and what is he about. Okay, it says, "Call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time, so shall you receive great honor and everlasting name. Was not Abraham found faithful in temptation?" Now look, it's going to give you a list, and it's going to give you different examples of why you should trust the Lord. Okay, it says, "Was not Abraham found faithful in temptation, and it was imputed unto him for righteousness?" See, it's a question. "Joseph, in the time of his distress, kept the commandment and was made Lord of Egypt." Okay, so through it all, Yahweh put his men, brought his men through the fire. It says, "Phinehas, our father, is being zealous and fervent, obtained the covenant of the everlasting priesthood. Yahweh Shai, for fulfilling the word, was made a judge in Israel. Caleb, for bearing witness before the congregation, received the heritage of the land. David, for being merciful, possessed the throne of an everlasting kingdom. Elias, for being zealous and fervent for the law, was taken up into heaven. Ananias, Azarias, and Mishael, by believing, were saved out of the flame." Okay. "Daniel, for the innocency, was delivered from the mouth of lions." Okay. "And thus consider ye throughout all ages, that none that put their trust in him shall be overcome. Fear not then the words of a sinful man." Okay, and we are not to fear the words of a sinful man. It's going to tell you why when I keep reading. And right now you have a sinful man that's in control and in charge of the world. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Okay, so right now you have a sinful, not only just a sinful man, but a sinful people ruling, and a sinful people that have their rules set up, a sinful people that have their laws set up. Okay, a sinful people that has, Yahweh Shai's nation in captivity. Okay, but it's going to tell you why not to fear sinful men? It says, fear not the words of a sinful man. Okay, for his glory shall be dung and worms. Okay, look, so his glory is death. Okay, a sinful man glory is death. What is sin? Sin, it brings you right to death. Okay, law brings you to life. Okay, it says, for his glory shall be dung and worms. So yeah, I know we in the flesh and it's hard sometimes to keep your faith on 1,000. You know what I mean? It's hard. It's not an easy thing all the time. And sometimes you might get worried about the things about talking about forced vaccinations and and they coming down on us, and you just hear different things and things of that nature. But we understand at the end of this man, end of what he's trying to do, his reward is death. Okay, and our reward is putting him into captivity. Okay, and eventually, extinguishing him off the earth. It says, for his glory shall be dung and worms. Today he shall be lifted up, and tomorrow he shall not be found, because he is returned into his dust. Okay, his thought is come to nothing. Wherefore, ye my sons, be valiant, and show yourselves men in the behalf of the law, for by it shall ye obtain glory. Okay, so I say that to say this: we keep pushing, regardless of what regardless of what they say, regardless of what you see on TV, regardless of what they're trying to push, as far as the chip, as far as forced vaccinations, as far as all the madness that they spewing and that they bringing and that they kindling. We keep pushing, because when you go to Sirach 2, everything I just read, Sirach, the 2nd chapter, complements that. Okay, I ain't bring this out in a minute, but I'm bring it out. In Sirach 2:1, it says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Okay, set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble. Okay, it says, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Okay, and the brother was talking about this, cleaving unto the Most High, in the time of trouble. Okay, because we got to cleave unto him, right? We're his people, right? He created us, he made us. Okay, we need him. We bought with a price, man. We didn't create ourselves. Okay, so we cleave unto our Father, man, who has control of all things. It says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient without change to a low state. For gold is tried in fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Believe in him, and he will help thee order thy way aright, and trust in him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. Ye that fear the Lord, hope. And what's part of fearing the Lord? Part of fearing the Lord is keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, man. Okay, it says, ye that fear the Lord, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. And now check this out. Now, what was I just reading? Right? What was Methathias, saying to his men? He was basically saying, look at the generations of old. And this is what this saying in Sirach 2:10. It says, look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord was confounded? That's a question mark. Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering, and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins and saveth in the time of affliction. Okay, it says, woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands, and a sinner that goes 2 ways. Okay, because the sinner going to be left foot in, right foot out, or right foot in, left foot, vice versa. So it's a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. That's a precept to that. Okay, it says, woe to the fearful hearts. Woe means destruction. Okay, and faint hands. And so you don't want to be fearful hearted. Now, like I said, we're in the flesh, right? So it's going to be hard, and it says the righteous will scarcely be saved, and that we might receive this, the promise. Okay, but we also have to understand, man, if we fear and we're being scared, most I don't like that, because that shows like a faith. It says, woe be to fearful hearts and faint hands, and a sinner that go 2 ways. And And what I'm saying is, I'm not saying it's gonna happen. Your faith gonna be on 1,000 overnight. It's not gonna be like that. Okay, it's a work in progress. Our faith really ain't gonna be on 1,000 until, really until really until we get those bodies, man. Really until the time of the end, to where, because you might be in a time where a missile might be dropping and you don't know if you're gonna be saved or not, and you might doubt, you might, you might doubt. You're gonna be scared because it says the righteous will scarcely be saved. And us knowing that, and we hoping that we are the elect. We hoping that we are part of the righteous. That's in that scripture. Okay, that's gonna be saved. But we're in this flesh, man. This flesh is wicked. The flesh fights the spirit continually, each and every day. Right. So sometimes your faith can be tampered with if you don't check it, if you don't rebuke it, if you don't rebuke the thoughts, if you don't rebuke the flesh. Okay. It says, "Woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner to go 2 ways. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended." Okay, because if you faint-hearted, you're not going to be defended. That's showing lack of faith. It says, "Woe unto you that have," 14, it says, "Woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will you do when the Lord shall visit you? They that fear the Lord will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways. For they that fear the Lord will seek that which is well pleasing unto him, and they shall love him, and they that love him shall be filled with the law. For they that fear the Lord will prepare their hearts and humble their souls in his sight, saying, We will fall into the hands of the Lord, and not into the hands of men. For as his majesty, so is his mercy." So what is our main job? Okay, is to follow the law, the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our abilities, and keep pushing Yahweh Shai until this bitch blow. Okay, until this bitch blow, without being faint-hearted, without being lukewarm, without being wavering, without having an insane amount of doubts that pop up to where you eventually, you don't even know if you believe or not. So, like Matthias said, you look at he was saying, look at the generations of old, and look, don't be scared of what a sinful man to say. And right now you have a sinful man and the sinful people ruling this world saying a whole bunch of wickedness, a whole bunch of madness. But guess what? Yahweh Shai, he's above that. Yahweh Shai, he controls that. Okay, and he say he's gonna have mercy on Jacob, man, and he will yet choose Israel. And when we always have to remember that, okay, especially in the times that we approaching now. So Lord willing, video was edifying to you, Akim. Lord willing, brothers, got something from this video, just a quick one. Lord willing, Spark Brothers do a video. Lord willing, it just put brothers in the spirit of, praying for more faith and asking for more faith, including myself. Okay, so with that, Lord willing, videos edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Kahallah Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And I want to say shalom to you, Akim. Keep pushing. Shalom.